operations with negative fractions. Now the rules, we actually already know the rules. The rules for negative numbers still apply. So when I'm adding and subtracting, plus a minus or minus a positive, both of those together would just make a minus. Minus a minus right next to each other just makes a plus. If we're multiplying or dividing, a positive times a positive is a positive. A positive times a negative is a negative, and a negative times a negative is positive. Same goes for divide. So those rules still apply. And the rules for operations with fractions still apply. So, adding or subtracting, we need to have common denominators, and we add or subtract the numerators. Multiplying, we multiply the top and we multiply the bottoms. Dividing, flip the second fraction, change it to times, and then we multiply. So the rules still hold. So all I'm going to do is as many examples as we can fit into 10 minutes. The first one, 2 over 7 plus negative 5 over 7. Well, adding a negative is like taking away. So that's 2 over 7 minus 5 over 7. The denominators are the same, so we can do the subtraction. 2 minus 5, well, there's 5 people on the negative team, 2 people on the positive team, so the negative team wins by 3 people over 7. The next one, 2/3 minus negative 4/3. Now, the denominators are the same, and taking away a negative is a positive. The negative's in the brackets, so you can see that the whole fraction is negative. So rewrite with the minus a negative as a positive. That's 2/3 plus 4/3. And then, of course, we add the numerators. I've got 6 over 3. I can cancel, I can simplify by dividing the top and the bottom by 3, leaving me 1 on the bottom, and leaving me 2 on the top, and 2 over 1 is just 2. Next questions. Okay, negative 7 over 3 minus negative 3 and 2/3. Remember, often easier that if you've got any mixed numbers, you make them improper fractions. You can see as soon as we look at this that it's going to be a negative in the middle is going to be a plus. So let's jump ahead and do negative 7 over 3 plus, then we change our 3 and 2/3 to an improper fraction. That 3 is 3 lots of 3 3 lots of 3 over 3. I should have used a different number, I'm sorry. That's 9/3 is my whole number, and I'm adding that on to 2/3, so I've got plus 11 over 3. Now, if you're feeling confused when you've got a negative and then a positive, you are allowed to switch them around as long as their signs stay with the correct number or fraction. So if I wanted, I could write this as 11 over 3 minus 7 over 3. And 11 minus 7 is 4 over 3. And 4 over 3 is written as a mixed number as 1 and 1/3. Or, if I'd preferred, I could have just done from here -7 plus 11. So there's 11 people on the positive team, 7 people on the negative team. Positive wins by 4 people, 4 over 3, 1 1/3. So either way would work. 2 more questions. A multiplication and a trickier division. So when I'm multiplying with negative numbers, I always start by asking myself, will my answer be positive or negative? 2/3 is positive times a negative 4/5, so my answer will be negative. And then just do the multiplication. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. Check if you can cancel anything. 8 and 15, nothing goes evenly into it. There's our answer. Last question. A division with negatives and mixed numbers. Tricky. Now, -1/3 divided by -3, you can see immediately that's going to be a positive answer. Remember your best to change mixed numbers to improper fractions. 1 whole is 3 over 3, and I've already got 1 over 3, so that's -4 over 3 divided by, oh, that's -3 as a whole number. So tricky. I need to flip that second fraction upside down, but it's not a fraction, it's a whole number. There are other ways I could do this, but let's work it out as a fraction. So to make a whole number a fraction, I put it over 1. We can already see it's going to be a positive answer, but we'll keep leaving this in here. Change it to a times, flip my fraction, and now I can say, all right, leave out the negatives already. We can see it's going to be a positive answer. 4 times 1 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. Are there any things we can cancel? No. And we're done. So it needs a lot of practice, but the rules for negative numbers and fractions are all we need to know.